Here's how to turn yourself into a freaking dragon and get one of the best great katanas in Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree DLC. So to start off, first you need to have access to the Shadow Realm, which is the map of the new DLC. And if you don't know how to get there, you can check the video link down in the description. And once you get to the Shadow Realms, you're gonna have to head north from the Graveside Plain side of Grace, past the Elak Rake Bridge, and reach the Gatefront side of Grace. And from there we're gonna head southeast until we reach the Pillar Path waypoint side of Grace. From there you need to head a bit further southwest until you reach this spot right here, where you'll find an NPC named Igon. Just go ahead and exhaust this dialogue and then head a bit further down the path and you will be invaded by the ancient dragon man whom you must defeat. And after you beat him, just continue heading down the path until you reach the Dragon's Pit dungeon. And once you're inside the cave, just keep following the path lit by praisers and candles until you reach the end of the cave. And once you reach the end, you will notice an altar and a large pit right in front of you. Just go ahead and jump down the pit, and once you reach the bottom you will face off against the ancient dragon man, and upon defeating him you will receive the Dragon Hunter's Great Katana. This weapon scales off of strength and dexterity and does extra damage to dragon type enemies. And since we're gonna face a lot of dragons along this path, this weapon could come in handy. Once you get to the foot of the Jagged Peak, go up on the ridge to your right and you will find a message from Igon. Read it and then go down and keep following the path to the south, beat the dragon blocking your way, and follow the southern path until you reach the Grand Altar of Dragon Communion. Once you get to the altar, activate the Site of Grace and rest at it, and the Dragon Communion Priestess NPC will appear right next to the altar. So go ahead and talk to her, accept her quest, and exhaust her dialogue. And once you're done, fast travel back to the Dragon's Pit terminus, and from there keep heading along the northeastern path. Once you reach the Spirit Spring, use it to jump on top of the mountain and follow the path until you reach the foot of the Jagged Peak Site of Grace. Go a bit further and you will notice two dragons fighting each other. You could wait for them to bring down each other's health until one of them dies, but it's better to attack them at the start since they'll be focused on each other and won't attack you very often. And after beating the dragons, we can hear Igon laughing and congratulating us at a distance. So go ahead and talk to him and exhaust his dialogue, and he will give you his furled finger, allowing you to summon him into your aid in a certain boss fight later on. And after you're done, just keep moving and head further down the path. Along the path you might encounter some boulders rolling towards you, and you can avoid them if you move along the right side of the path. Once you're near the end of the path, you will encounter the ancient dragon Senessax, which is one of the tougher dragons in the entire game, so you might want to be prepared before you fight him. And after beating him, head north until you reach the Jagged Peak mountainside Site of Grace. And from there keep following this path until you reach the summit. And once you reach the summit, be sure to activate and rest at the Site of Grace, because beyond this point you will be facing off against Bayle the Dread, who's probably the best and toughest dragon boss fight in the entire game. After you enter the boss arena, Igon's summon sign will appear near the entrance right after the boss appears, so be sure to summon him during this fight in order to get some extra dialogue after you defeat the boss. After beating the boss, you will get the legendary Heart of Bayle. After that, return to the last place you saw Igon, who should be near the foot of the Jagged Peak Site of Grace. And once you reach him, you will be able to pick up Igon's Greatbow and armor set, along with his bell bearing, which you can give to the Twin Maiden Husks in order to get Igon's harpoons that can do extra damage against dragons. After that, head back to the Grand Altar of Dragon Communion, and once you're there, you will find 2 items on the ground where the Dragon Priestess once was. Go ahead and pick them up and you will receive the Flowerstone Gavel and the Priestess Heart, which will give you the ability to turn into a dragon, which is a reusable item which can be equipped, but it can only be used when your character is not wearing any armor, and upon using it you will be turned into a dragon and you will get a boost to the ancient dragon called Incantations. And that's it for today, guys. Thank you all very much for watching our video. Please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button and leave a comment if you have any questions, and I will do my very best to help you out. And I will see you next time on Hollow Disc, and as always, thank you for watching.